Attention campers, it's your counselor Zachariah, and I'm hitting the road with my brand new live comedy show, the 2025 Big Back Behavior Tour. From the mind of your favorite husky jean-wearing big bone baddie, it's gonna be a night of stand-up, wigs, characters, wigs, lots of wigs. And don't worry, Jonathan's opening for me. Call that a Camp 2-for-1 special. So come through and kick your little feet, laugh with us, and you better be barking. We're heading to 25 cities across North America, so click the link in the show notes to see if we're coming to your city. And grab your tickets now before they sell out.
Have you ever canoed down a babbling brook?
No, but I have cried at a Taco Bell.
Oh, same thing. Listen up, campers.
It's time to buckle up, pitch a tent, and take a hike.
Because Camp Counselors is a variety show.
So prepare for a good old-fashioned kumbaya,
Weird news,
hot gossip,
and scary stories around the campfire.
so spooky.
Is this podcast even about camping?
No, but it is camp. This is Camp Counselors.
Hey, happy campers.
Welcome back to Camp Shady Birch.
It is week 152 here at camp.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm excited to be here today.
I'm very excited to be here on the 152nd week here at camp.
Well, I'm excited because I like it when we have some real life gossip to unload.
Real life tea.
Like, because a lot of times it's like a silly little story, what we're doing, but there was like a big moment that happened this week as we're recording, but it's probably like a little delayed because we're always ahead when we're recording. But if you campers are following my Instagram and you watch my stories, you might have seen a little story that I was panicking about earlier last week, that Jonathan's parents were coming to visit us in Massachusetts. And that wasn't why I was panicking.
Right.
I was panicking because with them coming meant that our parents had to meet for the first time.
The four of them, the two of us, the six of all of us together at a table for hours.
And hours. And this has been very stressful and something I've been avoiding for years. I am 30 years old and I've had multiple boyfriends before Jonathan.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I love to love. And my parents have never met a single one of my boyfriend's parents. I've always really kiboshed it.
Yeah, you just like didn't want to deal with it, and that was why.
My parents love to be social. Not really, but kind of. They don't like, in this sense, it's like you're not social people at all. But in this sense, of course, now you're all of a sudden feel like you need to be social. It's like,
well, I think it's important to them. And my parents hadn't met any of my boyfriend's parents either. They've only met besides you, one other boyfriend.
Back in the day when marriage was a contract of goats and land, maybe it was important for the families to get together, but this isn't The Godfather and there's no skin in this game, okay? So it's like, I don't really see the point of you guys meeting other than the fact of making me stressed.
But that's
me being cynical, but that's really how I feel about this.
The reason for the season was my parents hadn't come to see the house that Zach and I bought. And that was important. I wanted them to see it. I wanted them to visit, take them before it gets too cold. We'll take them to the beach. So like that was coming up and we had that planned for a little while. But with them visiting would mean like, I think both sets of parents would have been pissed had they not met. If my parents just visited us, saw the house, and then left after a long weekend.
Your parents were not going to drive all the way from Pennsylvania to Massachusetts and spend 4 days here and not meet my parents. It was a non-option.
It was inevitable.
So by us buying this house meant that they had to meet. And I knew this was coming because we made these plans months ago. But then, as do all plans, it came and it snuck up on me and I almost had a panic attack. Leading up to it, it was the first day your parents got here, so it was kind of a blur. They showed up, we're giving them a tour of the house, and we're laughing, we're having a good time, and then it was, oh, dinner's almost ready. We have to go meet them at the restaurant. And I said, oh fuck. Yeah. Because were you nervous about your parents' behavior?
No, not their behavior. I think I was just nervous overall, and then I knew that you were nervous, and when you're nervous, I get nervous.
Thank you for being my rock.
Yeah, listen, I'm a sponehut. Well, no, I was, but I kept it to myself how nervous I was. Did I not?
I love my parents, okay? I know them. and they know me. And I think I was born with a Brita filter, and I don't think they were born with that. They're straight from the tap.
Oh.
And sometimes we all need to censor ourselves. Sometimes we all need to edit ourselves. Sometimes you can say something that could get you canceled in the modern climate. And it does stress me out because we're in a public space, and I just don't want my mom, after a couple drinks, she can't be tamed. She's like Miley Cyrus. My mom is so quirk city.
She is. I love your mother.
I love her too, but I was nervous that if something went wrong or they didn't like each other, that was going to affect us or their opinions of us. Rightfully so, right? That's an obvious real fear.
I'm not going to invalidate your feelings, but I know my parents a little bit better than you. And I know that they're like not judgy, and it wouldn't have changed anything at all.
My parents are so judgy. And it's like it's like not having bad behavior and like bad manners, and then also being judgy. Honestly, that's so tea. I love them. No, they're good. They're such great people. They're just, they honestly, if they were to hear this and be mad at me, I would say, track record, receipts, proof, timeline. I got it all, babe. I can give you examples. My mom did tell everyone during my sister's baby shower that suicide rates were on the rise. And was she wrong? No. Was that appropriate during a baby shower? No. And that's kind of what I was fearing a little bit. So when we pulled up to the restaurant, I noticed immediately that my mother's blue truck was in front of us. My mother drives a truck. I can't get into it.
I know your mom's so not a trucker. And then you see her like get out of that lifted ass F-150.
So crazy for that. And it's like so blue. And I saw her and I was like, oh God. So, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe it's good that they're meeting in the parking lot. It's kind of a good meeting place.
Okay, honestly, it is, because if you're in the middle of a restaurant and you're meeting up with people and everybody's standing
the table,
and there's 6 of us, and I know that like parents, they love to like hold someone else's shoulders with both their hands and say, it's so nice to meet you, and like shake them a little bit. Mm-hmm. And to do that in a busy restaurant at high tide.
Yeah, at high tide.
It's a lot.
So it's good that they met in the parking lot. And my dad pulled out a trick that I was so proud of him. He did it. You know, it's like, oh my God, I was just like, thank you for doing exactly what you needed to do in this moment. He pulled either your mom or your dad to the side and looked and pointed at you and was like, we love this man so much. He is so special. He is so smart. And he is so funny, and like gassed you up to your parents. And that's all parents want to hear. Mm-hmm. They just want to hear their kids be complimented.
No, me too. I was like, keep going. What else you like?
My dad genuinely meant it. I'm not saying he didn't, but I was just like, this is my problem. I walk through life trying to control every situation. And when I don't feel like I'm in control, I actually will give myself like physical ailments.
Yes, I've witnessed.
I've been to the hospital because of this. When I work myself up, my body does shut down in a really weird way. And I almost got to that point. But the minute my dad did that in that parking lot, I said, I think we're going to be okay.
It's all going to be okay.
And my mom was fine.
The whole thing was fine.
And my dad said to me in the middle of dinner, he said, I know you're nervous about your mom. I saw your Instagram story. And he was like, I was happy when she started talking, because my mom gets a little stressed or out of her element. She goes up an octave, and it almost sounds a little like, not pompous, but a little like, ooh.
I don't know if I've heard that from your mom.
Oh, you've heard it, because when she says the word tomato, I clock it, because she'll say tomato.
So does it make her nervous? Why is she nervous about tomatoes?
No, it's the cadence in which she says that. It's weird. You know your parents. And she came in very even keeled. I want to congratulate my parents for really just doing their big one. This was so important for me, because now if anything happens future, it's like they'll always have the good reference point. It's like, you really can't redo a first impression.
Right.
So anything from here on out, we can always kind of mend. But the first impression from my view didn't went well either for 2 hours. I will say that everyone left me and my father hanging at the end of the meal because no one got dessert. But me and my father did, because we're sugar. We got that sugar sweet. Why didn't you get dessert with us?
Oh, your father's not. You know me. When do I ever order a dessert?
I know. But you know
I couldn't even tell you the last dessert I ordered.
You know me and my father.
Right. So I said, I'll have another beer.
No, you didn't. Everyone had nothing. And then my dad had a coffee and a dessert. I had coffee and sambuca.
You had a swizzle stick. What was that?
You've never had sambuca?
No, it smelled like dirt and roots and black licorice.
So I'm really into protecting the arts and the culture of like, I don't know, those like kind of aperitifs.
Right.
Like I like that kind of like, like they do in the Gilded Age. She's like, we'll leave the men to their brandy.
Right. It's like a digestif, but it's, yeah.
So it's like a drink that it probably will. Sambuca, like how much longer can you stay on the shelves? Like your target demographic is withering, like Wuthering Heights away. They're done. They're over with, right? But I really want to stay in it and protect the culture of like a sambuca after dinner.
Okay.
And I kind of thought it was like a celebration. I said, I didn't really drink heavy during dinner. I was trying to like make sure I was in control as much as I could be, which wasn't in control at all. But that was my celebration sip.
No, yeah, and you needed that. I was the opposite. I had the most drinks out of everyone at the table, possibly combined.
The server took 30 minutes to get our drinks.
Oh my God, the first drink, and she was a good server.
She was. It wasn't her fault. It was just busy, but it was 30.
So busy, but it really was. That dry period was I've never been so sober.
And I just thought to myself, I'm like, we're in such a good start. Everyone needs a drink to continue it.
Right.
Like, let's like loosen up a little bit even more. And 30 minutes was kind of crazy. It was no one's fault. It just, for me, once again, trying to control the situation, I was like, do you need me to go pop a bottle of Pinot Noir? Give me that bottle of Decoy. I will crack it open and I'll pour Rob a glass right now. So that was good. Your parents had a lovely visit, correct?
They did. Good. They had a nice visit. Yeah, it was nice. My parents are easy. They're low key.
So
but
easy.
That was the time leading up to that. It was stressful.
It was stressful. And I'm excited that we're leading into September. And also something else happened during this week that I want to announce. And if I fail at this, please be kind. As of right now, I am day 5, no smoking.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I know how hard that is because I quit smoking for a day. Actually, that's why it was probably like 2 or 3 days because I couldn't do it before I got my hair transplant. But it's difficile, and I'm proud of you.
I have been smoking for 12 years. And during that period, I quit for 3 months at one point. Got back on the wagon, of course. And I was a cigarette smoker for about 8 of those. And I've been on vape kind of purely since. But the vaping, can I just go on record and say this? I kind of think it might be worse than the cigarettes.
Yeah, because it's also, you do it indoors, you can get away with it. It doesn't reek like cigarettes. So I think it's just done more.
I think I could feel something happening with my body. I never felt this with cigarettes, and maybe because it's been longer, but I didn't smoke as much as you think I did. I would get through a pack of cigarettes. Sometimes I would throw them out because they would get stale. Mm-hmm. Like I'm talking 3-4 days to get through 20 cigarettes. The vaping though, the only time you're not vaping is on a plane. Anyone who has a vape I have vaped everywhere. I have vaped in a McDonald's, like in the lobby.
I vaped on a plane.
You vaped on a plane?
I flushed it down the toilet.
That's crazy.
Don't do it.
I vaped in Disney World. I have vaped
the Renaissance Fair.
I vaped everywhere. It's so easy, but I was starting to get like a tightness in my chest from right after I would like chain smoke it, and I'd be like, ooh, a sharp pain. And then I did some research that I'd already known about, but I was feeling like I was having some inflammation in my rib cage. And you know me, I'm clearly, everyone's going to think that I'm like a hypochondriac, which maybe I kind of am turning into one with my health. But I was like really freaking myself out.
I don't think you're a hypochondriac. I think you like direct answers with no gray area, especially when it comes to health. And you want to pinpoint it, and you want to pinpoint it the second that the first symptom appears.
I am a control freak.
Yeah.
And when it comes to my body, I'm no joke. But
yeah, that's normal, and that's like kind of a good thing.
Also, I don't know if everyone knows this, but I'm super competitive with myself. And I'm always trying to like one up myself. So I feel like every day I'm like, yep, one more day. Of course I can do another day. Of course I can do this. So I really feel like, yeah, I think this might be the end for me. Wow. 5 days. And I am so afraid of having popcorn lung now. Like I've actually terrified myself enough that I think that's what I needed. Like there was no other motivation other than me scaring that I'm actually going to have like irreparable damage to my lungs. That's where my focus is on this. And I went out drinking this week with Kira, And I wanted it so bad. And I think if I didn't do it then, I should be okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to get to the point where I genuinely only have a cigarette like at a wedding or with a group of friends after a big meal. Like I will always have a cigarette the rest of my life during social gatherings. I'm talking like once, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, right? And if you're against that, please get away from me. Like you got to live, right? And the art and the beauty and the once again, oh my God, what the ritual of smoking, like the ritual of a sambuca, I enjoy that.
You're very old timey like that.
I think it's romantic and I think it's sexy. Nothing sexy about like a mango geek bar. I'm sorry, but like it's not.
I can't. It does look like a kazoo when you're smoking it, and it is like an adult binky, and that's it. It's neither here nor there because I'm worse and I'm gonna work on it. But it's not my week.
I will say, I'm telling you right now, you've hit it around me and I don't care. Like I don't need you to quit if you're not ready to quit.
You don't crave that
mineral. No judgment because I'm not joking. If I had no chest pain last week, I'd still be hitting that right now in between shots. Our editor, Kevin, he has to edit around the smoke sometimes.
No, he really does.
And I'm sorry. But I am proud and I would like everyone to hold me accountable and I'm really gonna try this time. So that's kind of like where we're at.
I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. Wait, before we move on, do we want to talk about what happened at dinner? Somebody came up to the table.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about it.
This was so random.
So do you remember back in the day when I was like, oh, I know a girl from high school who's getting on The Bachelor?
And here's the thing, campers. Sometimes we say things and they just simply don't age well because we don't know. But
so Sydney, she got on The Bachelor, went to high school with her. And then Sydney will say it to her, I'm not talking shit. Like she really got the world's worst edit I've ever seen. Like hundreds of thousands of likes on these videos about her character, which I don't think was really true. I think she made a mistake probably and just was on a hot mic. I think she said something a little off color, and I think it was an ageist comment is what it came
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. I was gonna say I didn't really know what happened because I didn't watch it.
But the fandom is really toxic, and I think they just came at her way too hard because guess what? It's 2 years later and no one cares and everyone's alive. So was it that serious to give death threats to her job and her personal Instagram and her family? Like, no. Everyone overreacted. No matter what she said, death threats are never the answer.
So we're sitting at a table with our parents meeting for the first time. I don't think we didn't even have drinks yet. And over she walks to our table to say hi. Because you went to high school with her.
Yeah, and she looks amazing. And she's like definitely like chatting me up. And then we find out that her boyfriend is meeting her parents for the first time. And he's from South Africa.
The table right next to us.
So we're doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. And then she calls him over, which was interesting. And then he's from South Africa. And
yeah, it was a lot.
The South African accent is very interesting. It's like, it's English, but then it's like it was kind of like muddled.
I was gonna say you can't do it.
No, I won't do it. But he was just like, it was so interesting. I literally couldn't understand.
It was also loud, and he also was probably overwhelmed meeting her parents, and also was like, "Who are these people that I'm meeting?" It
reminded me so much of Steve Irwin or like Robert Irwin. Like he looked like that, but with a South African accent.
What was that?
It's English, but it's like he was saying words and I had never heard them before. But then also what was interesting was then he started shaking the hands of your parents and my parents and like love Sydney to death, but like we were never close like that. And like we're cool. Like, and I will always like get a drink with anyone I know out where we'll vibe. But it was the fact that she introduced her boyfriend to our families as if I haven't seen Sydney in 10 years. And that was a really interesting moment. And I thought, you know what? This is where I'm from. You know what? There's a real global coffee shop connection here. We're all together in this. And that was interesting that happened too.
It was a very interesting time.
It's a melting pot over here. It really is.
Camp counselors will be right back after these short messages. This episode is sponsored in part by Boll Branch.
Boll Branch sheets have completely changed our lives, campers. The moment I slide into bed, there's just this softness that melts my whole body. It's like the sheets are telling my mind, hush now, child, you are safe. And I'm not hot. Bonus points.
Boll Branch signature sheets are made from the finest 100% organic cotton. They are totally toxin-free and crafted by expert artisans who are actually paid fair wages. They start out buttery soft and somehow get softer with every wash.
We also just got the waffle bed blanket from Boll Branch. It's crafted with their signature soft binding. It's pre-shrunk for the perfect oversized fit, and we love it. Feel the difference an extraordinary night's sleep can make with Boll Branch.
Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com/camp. That's BOLLANDBRANCH.com/camp to save 15% and unlock free shipping. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
This episode is sponsored in part by Thrive Market. You know what's more stressful than a packed calendar? Realizing you're out of coffee and the only thing in your fridge is questionable leftovers. That's why I love Thrive Market, campers. I just ordered our groceries, and now we're set up with healthy staples for the week. What I love is that Thrive Market vets everything they carry. Over 1,000 sketchy ingredients are restricted. It's all high quality, no junk groceries delivered to your door. Personally, my go-to Thrive orders lately have been the 7 Sunday cereal for breakfast, obsessed, the Cited snack packs for whenever I'm on the go. I love their crunch. And when I need something a little warm and comforting, the Annie's white cheddar mac and cheese. Don't even start with me, campers. Plus, the site has these smart filters that make it so easy. So whether you want to shop vegan, gluten-free, no seed oils, whatever your goals are, they can do it. We use Thrive Market, and you should too. Go to thrivemarket.com/camp to get 30% off your first order and a free $60 gift. That's thrivemarket.com/camp.
And now, back to the show.
Attention campers, please meet at the old flagpole under the tall pine for morning announcements. Welcome back to Morning Announcements, campers. This is the part of the show where we share news articles with you that you might have missed, that we want you to spread like wildfire. Counselor Jonathan, what article do you have for us this week?
Okay, well, I'm taking you all the way back to April 2025 when this began. So it's April 2025, and a woman is living alone in northern Japan when she receives a message. It was a polite message, but it was totally unexpected. And the sender turned out to be an astronaut aboard an international space station orbiting far above the Earth.
This sounds like a book you'd write at 3 a.m.
Not me pitching an idea to see how it sticks.
This is... Wait, genius.
No, I dead ass, like for the past 3 nights, I haven't been able to sleep at all. So my ritual, as you were saying, has been getting up out of bed around like 1-ish, 1:30-ish, making myself ramen noodles because I don't eat all day, retreating back to bed, and then writing for like an hour-ish, falling asleep, waking up and saying, wow, I hate this. This was a waste of time. And also I have heartburn and I'm crampy because I fell asleep with ramen noodles stuck in my esophagus.
Vicious, but you know what? One more time, it might just stick. So keep at it.
Okay, you're right. All right, so this woman, she's talking to this astronaut who's orbiting in space.
That's so hot. I'm obsessed with this.
So his messages painted the picture of loneliness and longing because he's on a mission up there, right? The woman, who's in her 80s, was lonely herself.
You know what? Get it. Who cares?
According to local media outlet Hokkaido Broadcasting, their correspondence grew into something more. He told her more about the view from space and that he had a need for companionship. As the weeks passed, their bond deepened. He began calling her his special person on Earth. So then, here's the tea. Then he says, hey girl, turns out my spacecraft is running low on oxygen. So supplies, he said, were dangerously limited. And he claimed that unless he could pay for an emergency transfer, his mission and his life would be at risk.
I hate the twist this just took.
Mm-hmm.
So we're, get out. Oh.
So the woman wanted to help, and she sent money, more than $1 million in yen, which is 7,000 USD. And then, I wrote this part, the truth came crashing down to Earth. There was no astronaut. It was a scammer, as you would believe, because scammers are, they're scammers. They're shitty people and they prey on the elderly. Jen Shaw, here's to you. What? Leave that in. So an official said, quote, if a person you meet on social media ever demands cash from you, please be suspicious of the possibility of a scam and report it to police. I feel like our campers know that. But just to those who don't, maybe, hold on to those words. So Japan has the world's second oldest population. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm, I did, behind Italy?
Monaco.
Close.
According to the World Bank. And older people frequently fall prey to various forms of organized fraud. You guys already know that. Elderly people can also be cajoled into using ATMs to get non-existent refunds of their insurance premiums. This article basically just kind of goes on and describes what this is. But romance scammers drain billions of dollars from people seeking love, and their tactics have involved the sinister ways since the early online age. More than 64,000 Americans had taken out over $1 billion for romance scams in 2023 alone.
Over $1 billion in 2023.
And babes, that's just the ones who were brave enough to report it. I think that's probably 50% in my head. Because I mean, you got to think about it. If they're doing a poll and they're like, hey, were you scammed? How much money did you take out? One, I'm lying about if I was scammed or not. How many people?
Because I'm actually going to do a little light math for the girls here, because I'm going to divide this. So you said $1 billion.
$1 billion. And it said more than 64,000.
Okay, let's just divide that truly for an equal amount. So $1 billion divided by 64,000. Hey, 15,000 a piece, which is that makes sense. So I would believe it's $1 billion, because I was thinking that's not too high. Okay, no. Well, it could be right. I was like, who's doing the math?
Okay,
AI.com.
And that number was double the 500 million it was 4 years earlier.
Well, yeah, it's getting worse.
According to the Federal Trade Commission. So I guess they're sending out a poll. People are always sending out these polls and they're saying, here's the data that they collected. Why? I'm never being polled. Nobody's ever knocking on my door. Don't come and knock on my door because I don't want to be involved in it. But it would just be nice to be asked. I don't want to be asked by DoorDash, how was your order? No, I want like a real life, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this social experiment that we call life. Write that down. Okay, yeah, it just kind of goes on and it starts talking in circles. But this poor woman who remains unidentified, she did step forward and she does have professional help. But it is sad. It's like, stop scamming the old people. Also, don't scam old people who are in love. How sad is that? That makes me really upset.
I know, that's a special kind of place in hell. But listen, just stop answering those DMs, people. My favorite scammer DM I ever got was from Beyonce. And I was like, hey, hey, I'm in, we need your help. Destiny's Child here.
Destiny's Child is here.
Kelly's here too. And she was like, say my name.
We have to pay for the studio today. In bio. Okay, so the title of that, it's coming from the Japan Times. And under the author, it just said AFP-JIJI. JIJI.
Okay.
And it's titled Over the Moon, Fake Astronaut Scams Lovestruck Japanese Octogenarian. That was a new word that I had to look up, and that just means somebody in their 80s.
Interesting.
What is 70s? Septenarians?
Yeah, probably.
I guess I don't know much. I'm just in my thirdinarians. Okay, so that's my story.
Okay, so my story is coming from CTVNews by Lisa Steacy. And it was a BC server jumps into ocean mid-shift to rescue drowning baby raccoon. So this article starts off, a soaking wet server apologized to her customers at a waterfront pub on BC's Sunshine Coast last week, explaining why she had jumped into the ocean and swam past their tables before taking their orders and finishing her shift. Imagine your server just in the water. Hey. Crystal Bacaluk was working at the Lighthouse Pub in Sept on Thursday, getting close to clocking out for the night when a coworker approached her in a panic, asking if they had a net they could use to save a drowning baby raccoon. Oh, that's really sad.
That is sad.
The little raccoon was flailing on its back, screaming, and in a few seconds, the screaming stopped and it went under. So I went in.
A hero.
After lowering herself gently to prevent making waves, she swam over and scooped up the animal. Obviously, a really smart play right there. Uh-huh. I would have jumped in. Cannonball. The raccoon, gone. Okay, so As I swam back, I gave him a few little pumps on his chest with my thumb, and he let out a tiny little cough, and then I handed him off. She recalled also noting the raccoon was covered in starfish.
What?
Yes.
Were they trying to eat him?
I don't know. Unable to get enough purchase to hoist herself back onto the dock, Bacalok had to swim the length of the pub's patio, passing her section before she could get herself out of the water.
Sorry.
She couldn't, she couldn't hoist herself. So once she said sorry to her tables, sorry.
Was nobody like trying to help her get out?
She called her husband Jesse Stretch and asked him to bring her a change of clothes and told him why. Leave Jesse Stretch out of this.
Jesse Stretch.
Actually, wait.
You heard of Jesse Smiles? You ever heard of Jesse Stretch?
That sounds like a famous person.
It kind of does. It sounds like a fictional famous person in a movie about famous people like Hannah Montana.
What do you want, Jesse Stretch? Oh, Jesse Stretch? Jesse Stretch.
That's like Ricky Spanish from American Dad.
Oh my God, it's same cadence.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jesse Stretch, a volunteer with Royal Canadian Marine Search and Rescue Station 12, rushed to the pub, handed off the clothes, and pitched in with the rescue efforts by drawing on his first aid training. He said, a mammal's a mammal. Water doesn't belong in its lungs. Agreed?
Facts.
Okay.
I mean, facts.
Explaining he used the same technique as he would for a human in similar distress. I felt terrible for him. I was actually quite shocked how much water was in his lungs, and he was still managing to breathe.
Poor little baby.
Roughly 15 kilometers away in Half Moon Bay. These names are crazy.
The names are crazy. Also, I wasn't going to interrupt you before, but what was the name of this town? Because it sounds like you were doing your mom.
Seacrest?
No.
Yeah, it's called Seacrest.
Seachell.
Oh, Seachell.
That sounds like you're doing the mom character.
Seachell. Oh, no, not Seashell. Seachell.
Seachell.
So in Half Moon Bay, a woman who has responded to her fair share of animal emergencies over the past 4 decades received what she called a very unique phone call from Stretch, who brought her up to speed on the situation. I've never heard that one before, said Tammy Tree Fry.
This is
Tammy Tree Fry.
Incredible.
Who runs Coastal Wildlife Rescue and Conflict Resource Services.
I'm sorry. Are we in Canada?
Yes.
Okay.
In BC. What is that?
British Columbia.
I didn't question how it happened. I just said, I'm on my way.
I'm on my way.
It's so crazy. While the situation itself came as a surprise, Bacaluk's actions didn't. She's a very avid animal lover, very soft-hearted, and I'm not surprised one iota that she chose to drop everything and dive in. When Tree Fry arrived, Bacaluk was in the middle of taking a drink order, her wet shoes still making a squishing sound, hair still sopping.
Now I'm not gonna.
The show must go on.
The show must go on. I'm glad she did what she had to do. However, is it sanitary to have in an eating establishment? I'm not blaming her. I'm not calling her
she's covered in pond scum.
And like you were holding a raccoon that doesn't have its shot, and now like you might have rabies because you were literally giving it mouth to mouth.
It actually is a little inappropriate to go back to work, but like I'm not gonna give that. It's not my place. So
like, I'm a strong mama.
I'm reporting the news right now.
All right, go ahead, reporter.
So looking around, Tree Fry could see just how many people had rallied around the raccoon, how invested the pub staff and patrons and even passerbys were in the rescue. You're right, because now put yourself in the patron's shoes. You've been drinking. You just witnessed this. I don't want her to leave. I need her to stay, and I need to finish this out. I'm actually going to get another round of drinks. What's going to happen next?
Also, everyone's like, okay, the hard part's done. Nobody wanted to jump in the water. It could have been anybody sitting there. Nobody wanted to.
Well, it's hard to act, So, but things were not looking good for the kit. Who I think the kit is the name of the baby raccoon, who was clearly in shock and had taken in a lot of water. The baby raccoon was lethargic and likely hypothermic. I actually didn't want to get their hopes up, but I said, we'll do what we can. Tree Fry said, explained that the plan was to get the animal on a plane and ultimately to Critter Care Wildlife Rescue in Metro Vancouver.
Oh, that's a lot.
So I know. So Tree Fry took the raccoon home where she monitored it overnight, keeping it warm, awake, and stimulated, all while it was its butt was in the air to encourage any remaining water to drain out of its stomach. So she was still optimistic. So in the morning, Bacaluk came by. She was like, "Bye, raccoon," and he reacted the second she touched him. It was really fascinating to watch. He started talking and he was like nuzzling her face. We were laughing because he was just loving on her.
What was he saying?
He knew that was who rescued her.
Thank you for rescuing me, mama.
So now Tree Fry gets in the float plane, and flies to Metro Vancouver. And Harbor Air, who was like the airline company, did it for free because they like believe in like animal welfare, and they're like, listen, they've worked with her before for other animals like
That's
seal
nice.
pups and like birds, like ospreys that have been like injured. They'll just fly her for free because they know that it's important.
That's nice.
And she knows what she's doing. She's not like a rando.
Mm-hmm.
So they send her all the way to Metro Vancouver, and guess what? Things were okay. And the raccoon has randomly made a miraculous recovery.
I love that.
He's still in care right now. It's kind of crazy. Like,
does he have a live stream?
He doesn't have a live stream. He doesn't have a GoFundMe. I think what they're going to try to do, it's like, do we put him back in the wild or do we domesticate him? Some of you are going to be like, no, obviously put him in the wild. But like, maybe he could be a fun mascot.
I think he's got to go back in the wild. I think this was his one chance, and I love animals so much, but like, you fucked up that time, however that happened, and that's okay because you were a baby, but like, you're getting a new lease on life, so maybe don't walk so close to the water.
Well, since then, our girl has she's become like the town's raccoon girl. Everyone's cheering for her. People are sending flowers to the pub. They're high-fiving her. Like, she's getting so many high fives, she doesn't know what to do anymore.
Oh, I love.
So, and as a raccoon, he's just become his own little celebrity.
Well,
but the thing that sticks out most to those involved is how many people pulled together to make that rescue a success. It was amazing because the entire community pulled together, all for one little tiny creature that ended up in a really bad spot. It was a group effort, all of it. Said back of luck. So I love that. And that's the end of that story. And I think we needed a little uplifting news today. I love this.
No, it's a great story. I'm glad that he's alive. I wish he had a name, though. Everyone had crazy names, and he's just the raccoon.
Yeah, we don't know, but we can name him right now.
Oh, I already named a raccoon, Randy.
Yeah, well, maybe leave it in the comments below. What should we name this baby raccoon? They're like, you literally are not a citizen of BC. Like, get the fuck out of here. But we're sorry. We're just trying to help. Grab your bug juice and bear spray, campers. It's time to pack it up and take a hike.
Welcome back to Take a Hike. This is the part of the show where we bitch a little. We tell something to take a hike. So we've talked about it a little bit before, and I don't want to like set the bar really high because that's not what the point of this is about. But what I'm telling to take a hike, I was doing a little bit of research, right? I'm on the hunt. I'm in the stores online. I'm in the stores in store looking for things for my Halloween costume. Okay. I'm very specific, which is working against me right now because for how long I've been looking, about a month now, I have nothing purchased. I have nothing in the cart.
Tell them what you said to me last night in bed.
What?
You rolled over and said, do you know anyone that can do makeup? I said, me. And you scoffed and turned over. And then I said, what? You have no faith in me.
No, because what I don't want to give it away, but what I'm looking for.
You don't think I can do it? You don't think I'm an artist?
No, I will literally sit there for as long as you need. But then I'm going to look in the mirror. And am I going to like that?
I also think you're really ambitious with this costume. I think we could have a lot more fun doing something a lot more simple. And I know you're really passionate about this costume. And like this, for the dedicated campers who literally do not miss an episode, this will be fun in a month when we do it. Because we have to do this costume because you are obsessed with this idea. I just think you've really bit it off more than you can chew with this one. And I want to see you do it.
This doesn't sound supportive.
No.
Campers, chime in. Comments are open.
I'm supportive, but you got to pull trig.
No, and I will. We have time.
Do we?
Enough of this.
Okay.
I'm telling you to take a hike. Stay over there. So makeup is what you were talking about. So I was like, okay, how do I do this specific look? So I'm looking up with my nasty little fingers and the shit under my fingernails. I'm typing away, tapping away, and I'm looking up tutorials, specifically using the word tutorials, like blank, 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 makeup tutorial. So I come across far too many videos. And all of them are titled makeup tutorial. None of them are showing me what kind of makeup they're putting on. None of them are talking because it's, of course, an aesthetic video. They're getting the clicks, though. If you're good at makeup, you're good at makeup. But it's kind of a get ready with me, and it's not a tutorial. If it's a tutorial, bitch, you better speak. You better speak. You better put the products that you are using on your face in the bio. Like, I need to read it in the caption. Don't link it. I don't want that.
I think you don't. Can I put my 2 cents in here?
You're going to.
Okay, I'll stop.
No, I want to hear it.
I think when it comes to makeup, What? First of all, this is so funny when you figure out what this costume is, because not only you've chose the most ambitious makeup look there is. It's like, so these people, they're not going to just tell you what makeup they're using, because at this point, like, this is for like professionals. So it's like the color, let's just say the color's blue. If the color is blue in this example, they don't need to be like, I'm using ColourPop blueberry bitch.
Yes, you do. That's a tutorial.
I think
a tutorial is going to show you what you're doing, and it's going to walk you through the steps, and it's going to say the equipment that they use. I think, because if I'm watching something or I see something that I like, I'm going to say, oh, okay, I might not use that, but I am curious like what you use, so I can kind of start there. That's why I recently posted the video of the desk, and in the caption seems crazy. It almost seems like a fucking ad. But when I was trying to do that, I was like, what brands am I even looking at? What are these things called? So I'm like, let me help a bitch out if they're trying to do something. Yeah. This isn't a tutorial, but I did a lot of the legwork in that caption there, because I don't think it's that hard.
Did you ask Nikki?
Nikki who?
Nikki Tutorials.
God.
That's who you need.
Nikki's tutorials, she would have done numbers in the silent film era. Like,
oh my God, you've been so good at it.
I would have been so bad.
I can help you pick the products. If your reservation in this makeup look is just finding products, I can help you find ones with a good pigmentation. I think the real struggle is not going to be that. I think it's going to be the actual technique.
No, I appreciate that. And I'm going to be so honest. I don't think I really have an issue with like finding the products myself. I think my issue is that people are calling it a tutorial, and it's not a tutorial. That's really what it's boiling down to. Is it because I'm looking in the comments and every single comment is like, and then I'm like, are you just rage baiting, or are you just like dumb? Because the people are asking, what color was this? What is this? What is this? And they're like, it's in the caption. You typed that out. Why couldn't you didn't say it in the video? Now do you want customers or not? You got to spoon feed it to people. I'm preying on the downfall. Sorry, I said it. This is Take a Hike. This is a safe space, but it just pissed me off. It really did. And you know, her makeup looked good. Would have loved to hear what your voice sounded like. That's all.
I hear you. And I really hope that we get to figure this out.
Like radiating heat. Like I didn't think I was that pissed about it.
You're mad. You're big mad.
I'm gonna take a sip from my soaking wet cup.
Are you ready for me to take over?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
No, do I have to say that? Yeah.
No, I just wasn't sure if you were done talking. I wasn't sure if you needed a sip of water before you went off again. Sometimes you need to hydrate in between a rant.
I'm done now.
Okay. My Take a Hike this week goes out to something specific about airlines and anyone who's ever flown during the day. I don't know when it became a thing for all the windows to be shut on the plane at 2 p.m. But if you're sitting in my aisle and I'm in the window seat, that window will be open. I don't care if you're across the aisle from me and you're annoyed. If it is daytime, I have the window open. I am in control of the window. It is my window. Why are we napping mid-flight? This isn't a red eye. This isn't breakfast. This isn't even dinner. It's 2 p.m. Why do I look like an animal because I want sunlight in here? And I don't care about the sun rays. People are going to be like, you know, that people always say like the sun is like, it's really bad for you up there.
No.
Because you're closer to the sun.
Oh, we'll just put UV protection on the windows. Also, if you're concerned about it, you put on sunscreen.
Yeah, exactly. You put on sunscreen. It's my window.
And that's the thing. Okay, wait, can I chime in?
Yeah, of course.
So this is like now it's your problem. What happened to eye masks? That is a very personal thing. You're learning how to operate in a plane at 2 p.m. And I'm just going to put the sleepy eye mask on my eyes so it's dark for me because I want it to be dark time now. Can you imagine that? And it's not affecting everybody around me who wants to read, who wants to write.
It's the looks at people that they glare at you when you open your window. They're like, oh my God. I'm like, what is it for a vampire all of a sudden?
And you know what? You couldn't glare if you had your sleep mask on. Oh. And I think people should really take that in. I think people forgot about those because they're not really a hot commodity anymore. Do you remember Breakfast at Tiffany's when she had the ear things?
No, I don't.
So it's like to silence it. It's kind of really gross.
An earplug?
Yeah, it's like an earplug, but hers had like tassels in it. I'm like, I know that shit's
because she was trying to draw out the noises of New York.
Yeah,
I got you. Well, I just don't think you need to be sleeping on planes. And also, it's like, I'm sorry. This is now I'm gonna get a little bitchy here, but like, grow up. You need a nap at 2 p.m. Like, read a book, watch a movie. Don't get pissed at me because you need your afternoon nappy. You literally have a receding hairline, babe. Like, drink a cup of coffee like a real man and open a newspaper.
Yeah, get up and go vape in the bathroom like me.
Stop looking at me because I like to look at clouds. How pretty is that? It's the only time you can see them like that.
Also,
and then you take a picture and you never look at it again. But it looked good in the moment. And then you're like, wait, why is this picture not looking like it did in my eyes? And then that's upsetting. And that's a whole other conversation.
I agree. But also, when people have their windows down and I'm not sitting in the window seat and we're about to land and I know we're about to land, but I can't see it, I don't like that shit.
But if you didn't sit there, you really can't get mad at them.
And I know that, but I think if all the windows were open, I wouldn't have an issue.
Yeah, I think also it's like, can we see that we're landing? Like, why you want to raw dog this? Like, don't you want to be able to brace yourself?
Like, brace for impact. Do you loosen your body or you tighten your body?
I actually I try to loosen my body a little bit because I'm so afraid that if my back is stiff and we land hard, I could do damage. So I'm actually more self-aware of my body than any other time when we were about to hit the ground on a plane. I'm so paranoid of like hurting myself from it, which has never happened. See, this is weird. What about you? Do you?
Yeah, I try to loosen. I literally like go. I'm like full Raggedy Ann bitch. Like
your hands are. I'm like
no, I'm like Annabelle in this bitch. Yeah, it's an interesting. Everybody, put your blinds up. Okay, keep your eyes open. Wake up, America. Camp counselors will be right back after these short messages. This episode is sponsored in part by Undies. The air is getting crisp. Dare I say fall has arrived. And you know what makes it even better? Knowing that you've got Undies on underneath. Their micromodal fabric is like a warm hug. It's lightweight, it's breathable, and it's perfect for layering season. And Undies just dropped their Halloween collection. I'm obsessed. My favorites are the glow mode. They have these spooky little cute ghosts and little haunted mansions, and they glow in the dark. You're never too old for that. And Undies has a cut for every butt with over 20 different styles in 100 different colors and prints. MeUndies' signature micromodal fabric is breathable, stretchy, and unbelievably cozy, perfect for crisp mornings, chilly evenings, and everything in between. So whether you're layering up to take a hike or lounging inside all day, MeUndies moves with you to keep you comfy. With more than 30 million pairs sold and 90,000 5-star reviews, MeUndies are a must-have for every drawer. So right now, as a dedicated camper, you can get cozy and spooky for less with deals up to 50% off at MeUndies.com/counselors and enter promo code counselors. That's MeUndies.com/COUNSELORS. Use promo code counselors for up to 50% off. MeUndies, comfort that's made for fall. This ad is brought to you by Viiv Healthcare, the makers of Apretude, Cabotegravir. You never skip your SPF, and you carry hand sanitizer like an accessory. But what are you doing for HIV prevention? One way to help protect yourself from HIV is Apretude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of getting HIV in adults and adolescents weighing at least 77 pounds. You must be HIV negative to receive Apretude and get tested before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. More HIV testing may be needed. Apretude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Get Apretude as scheduled. Missing doses increases your HIV risk. Don't take Apretude if allergic to it or taking certain medicines that may interact. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions, liver problems, and mental health. Serious side effects include allergic reactions or rash, liver problems, and depression. If these occur, get medical help right away. The most common side effect is injection site reaction. Bring your A game and talk to your doctor. Learn more at apretude.com or call 1-888-240-0340. And now, back to the show.
Do you think the new counselor likes the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Over.
Either way, I'm giving them my boondoggle keychain. Over.
Welcome back to Camper Crush of the Week. No more negativity, only joy, happiness, and celebration with awards. Who are you giving your Camper Crush of the Week award to this week, Jonathan?
So I am a sentimental person.
You are very much.
Me taking a hard left turn, I'm like, fuck you in your tutorial. And I'm like, but I am very sentimental. No, I really am. And it is the small things. You know, I like to, if somebody sends me a nice handwritten letter or something, I like to keep it. I have a little box of things that I like to keep. And I know my mom's going to be listening to this. But one thing that my mom did when we drove around Cape Cod was she got postcards for your parents. Did you know this?
No.
Oh, yeah. So my mom's She probably already did it, but sending your parents like postcards, because you know how she does that. She'll send me a postcard. Cute. She'll send you a postcard like individually after we like, even if we're with my mom going somewhere, she'll like secretly pick up a postcard of a picture of a place that we are and then send it like a couple of days later. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I don't think enough people are buying postcards, you know?
Okay, so the crush of the week is the postcard.
The crush of the week is sending and receiving postcards. Now, I have not ever sent a postcard.
But you can. It's not too late.
It's not too late, but I bought so many postcards when we were on tour and I was like, I'm going to send so many. And I found them after the move a couple of days ago. They were in a box and I said, I didn't send any of these.
You know what? I wish they came with the indicia.
Oh?
The stamp indicia.
What's that?
It's that pre-stamp.
Oh.
Stamp indicia. That's my drag name, indicia.
Is that a real word?
Mm.
I've never heard that word before.
I may be using it incorrectly, but for the purposes of the show, it's correct. Stamp indicia.
Wow, it sounds like you're casting a spell. That's incredible. So I think we need to handwrite that. So my therapist kind of, I don't know, I'm just kind of going off now. My therapist told me I should handwrite and journal and start like creatively writing, not in my notes app for a break unless I'm on the go. She's like, sit down and literally like pen it out. Like you need a pen. So I sat down, I wrote down the date incorrectly, of course. And I'm like, oh my God, I really haven't held a pen in so long. And I don't really know when I would, unless I'm signing for something, which nowadays I'm like, send me the DocuSign. And I'm just clicking away over there. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, you're essentially touching grass now.
Yeah, now I'm like, okay, I need to go back to my roots. And my handwriting, I don't recognize it. I don't know who that is. It's like shaky and it's weird. But that's why sometimes I write really slow, and you've talked about it before when I write in all caps. You're like, I knew you were going to write in all caps. Because if I write in like lowercase, I'm like, what is that? It's like, it's scary.
Oh, you can't read it? Is that why you write in all caps?
Yeah, I can't read it, or I just like, I don't know what I'm doing. My brain's going faster than my hands can go. That's why I like typing better. And if it's smaller letters, oh baby, it's
You're so digital, and like as a person though, you're very digital.
I'm a digital boy in a digital world.
Like you had like I don't know, a BlackBerry when you were 9.
I did 9, 10, and 11. And then I changed it out for the iPhone, went back to the BlackBerry. Then they went out of business. That's neither here nor there. But it was just like, it looks like a ransom note. Like Patsy Ramsey could never. It was illegible.
What were you writing? Do you remember?
I'm not going to say. It was my diary.
Okay, I'm sorry to ask. I'm going to find it when you're sleeping.
I wrote July 20th, 2025, and it wasn't July at all.
I think we should get a little roll of stamps for you on tour, and I think you should send your mom some postcards while we're on the road.
I think that'd be nice.
I think the only thing that stopped you was a stamp. Because you can always write one like in the hotel at night.
No, but we had stamps, babe.
We didn't have stamps on the road.
I'm gonna go find a random mailbox on the road.
Every airport has a mailroom.
No.
I don't know. I made that up. But they probably all have some sort of like indicia
mail slot. Yeah. I should take advantage of that while I can, unless the government wants to take that away too. But I think campers, here's an assignment, okay? If you're in a store that has postcards, I don't know what store you would be in.
They're always fun to look at.
They're fun to look at. Buy one and send it to someone unexpected. Not an ex, someone you're still close with. But wouldn't that be nice? How would you feel if you came home from work today and you had a postcard
from Kalamazoo?
From Kalamazoo, of all places. I can't believe it. Like, that's cute. That deserves a spot on the fridge, at least the side of the fridge for a very long time.
Of course. I'm very pro things on fridges.
Yeah.
Some people aren't, and I think that's your choice, but I think display life, display joy.
Oh no, that's hip dysplasia. I was trying to, never mind.
You're thinking of indicia.
Yes.
You don't know her yet. You'll meet her soon.
I will. But I will say, if you're going to write me a postcard, don't do it in cursive because I have a hard time.
Maybe when people come to the shows, they can bring you a postcard.
Oh
my God.
I've kept everything campers have brought us. I have kept.
We have everything. We literally have everything.
We have a room that is full of totes. I'm like, oh my God, who am I, Hillary Duff?
Is it as organized as it should be?
No.
But it's all there.
Is it sealed so the little rats can't get in? The little spiders can't have babies in there? Yes, it is.
It's sealed.
Because I have a fear of that, and it is very deep-rooted. But speaking of cursive, sorry, I'm going to let you go. You're going to hate me. The ugliest letter in cursive is a capital C.
Z?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Followed by the J.
I love the capital Z.
Oh, I hate both of them.
And I love the J too.
You give me a K any day though. I'm like, woo. Like that's my thing.
That hurt my feelings.
Okay. Well, talk to your mom because she chose that for you.
My crush of the week is aioli.
Aioli.
I just am really into it lately.
Okay.
I'm like seeking it out.
Desperately seeking aioli.
Well, there's one specific aioli that every time I see it on a menu, I get like palpitations.
I know what it is. Discuss, because I'm ready.
You're gonna be mad at me because you don't like it.
Oh, I thought
it's freaky.
What?
I like cranberry aioli.
I've never seen that on a menu ever.
Oh, around here, it's always on like turkey clubs. It's like when they mix the cranberry with the mayonnaise.
Oh, you're right. Earl of Sandwich had that, didn't they?
Yes.
Or no, that was just cranberry.
No, well, maybe not there, but there's other places that have it. I've gotten it multiple times. It's my favorite kind of aioli on a sandwich. I just love dressing up your mayonnaise. That's really the crush of the week this week. Like, just start seasoning the mayonnaise. Garlic aioli, chipotle aioli, sriracha aioli.
Oh my God.
You can really add anything to it, and it's suddenly exciting. It's suddenly salad. So, but cranberry aioli specifically on a turkey sandwich. Someone pass me that mashed potato. I am suddenly transported to Thanksgiving. I'm just really feeling it lately. I
am really surprised that you're like a really big fan of such a mayo forward movement.
Because it changes it.
The cranberry does, and that's
mayo is never my favorite. I like it, but there's such a twist. You get too much mayo.
It's a twang.
It's so off-putting. Have you ever had a McChicken and the mayo exploded in it? It's inedible, and you really can't wipe it off.
It looks like a baby blowout in a diaper.
Oh my God, McDonald's loves to make a blowout on those wrappers.
A McBlowout.
Oh no! I had a McBlowout. They love a McBlowout at McDonald's.
No,
that is hysterical. So yeah, but mayo.
Mayo. No, okay, but for as much of a similar person and personality, and the things that we enjoy are very much aligned. A lot of the things it's opposite, because that's the one aioli I don't fuck with. I fuck with every single other one, but I know you're not big on, like, if I make a salmon bowl, you don't like the nori, and you also don't like the sriracha aioli, or you also don't like soy sauce.
I like soy sauce. I just don't need additional soy sauce like on top of food.
Soy sauce is the only food I feel like you're like super against the original flavor.
Jonathan,
what?
I've said this before and I'll say it again, and you're going to make me talk about this publicly. I think when the low sodium soy sauce is on the table next to the original soy sauce, why would you ever grab the original? There is no flavor difference at all. And like, does your body need that much? No one should even really, like, let's be honest, none of us should even be eating soy sauce. It's like looking at heroin and then looking at like diet heroin, and you're like, I'll get the real heroin. It's like, maybe get the diet. You're right. Crazy. That actually made no sense.
That was no, but
it's not going to invalidate what I'm saying.
No, and I understand what you're saying.
I just don't think you need to be reaching for the original one, that you should just get the low.
I can taste the difference.
Be so for real right now, because if you can, I'll stop this conversation.
Let's do a blind test. Let's do it for Patreon. I'll do a blind test.
Just you drinking soy sauce.
I'll do a shot. I'll do a sake shot and a soy shot. Say that 10 times fast.
Sake shot, soy sauce.
You couldn't even say it once, you dumb bitch.
Wait, okay, so yeah. But that has nothing to do with cranberry aioli. Where is my cranberry aioli? It's getting that time of year where we really start to have to reinvent cranberry and pumpkin. People are coming out of the woodwork with a new recipe, but let it be known, maybe you approach your table this year with a little bit of cranberry aioli and an open heart. What song's been stuck in your head all week? Welcome to Camp Songs.
Welcome back to Camp Songs. Ending on a crescendo. Literally, this whole episode just ends on a crescendo, you know? So this is the part of the show where we tell you what we've been listening to, and you can listen to it too. Link in the bio / show notes. Okay, so the camp song I'm adding to the playlist. Ask me.
What song are you adding to the playlist?
Suds in the Bucket by Sarah Evans.
Can you sing a little? I don't know if I know this.
Of course. Now her daddy's in the kitchen staring out the window, scratching and racking his brains. After 18 years, just up and walk away. You know the song?
What's the chorus?
Our little ponytail girl grown up to be a woman, and now she's gone in a blink of an eye. She left her suds in the bucket and her clothes hanging on the line.
I think I only know it from you, but it sounds so like, ooh.
Oh, yeah. Love, love, love that song. Okay, let me tell you a little bit. It Campers, if you don't know it, it's like maybe, I'm going to say like 2000.
It's kind of Reba.
Yeah, it's Reba if Reba was younger and had more like spunk.
Yeah, because Reba's
hers is like a little more peppy.
Reba's always mama. Like Reba's always been mommy,
and she's always going to be. So I'm not replacing her. I'm not comparing the two.
But Sarah Evans was like she wasn't mommy yet.
No, okay,
she was one of them all.
So the drummer on this song, you're not going to believe, is the same drummer who drummed for another song on our playlist that you picked.
I don't believe it.
What I am is what I am, and you what you are or what.
How did you find out that those were the same drummers?
I don't know. I fall down a little bit of a rabbit hole when the Adderall starts to kick in, and I'm like, pull up the family tree. No, I wanted to know like who wrote the song, because I'm interested in like the people who are on the actual track, because I'm like, oh, this person wrote this song. Wow, they're a great writer, you know? Mm-hmm. Just something that tickles my fancy. But let me tell you a little bit about Sarah Evans. At the age of 8, she was struck by a car in front of her family home. Her legs suffered multiple fractures. Recuperating for months in a wheelchair, she decided to sing to pay for her medical bills. And that is how it all started.
She decided to sing at 8 years old to pay for her medical bills?
To help her family pay for her medical bills.
How was an 8-year-old producing enough income from her singing career at 8?
You want to press Sarah about that? Because I have her
actually
email.
Do.
Hey, her email's got to be at hotmail.com. She's a Hotmail girl.
Like, no one is like pursuing a career at 8 to pay for medical bills.
Listen, it's part of the lore, okay?
Okay.
So shut up. So in 2006, okay, this, honestly, it's not really funny, but this was like very interesting. So in 2006, Sarah Evans filed for divorce from Craig Schleekshee, citing his unemployment, alcoholism, and abundance of porn consumption, as well as possible infidelity.
Oh,
I know.
That's bad. All that's bad.
And he's in the music video.
Well, that happens.
I know. And there's no reason for him to be in the music video. It's like,
well, it was her husband at one point. So yeah, there was a reason at one point.
Reason is not good enough. I'm not seeing anybody else put their husbands in a music video like that, because it's the scenes where, you know how there's like a narrative going on? Think like Earl Had to Die. Yep. Like there's a whole video going on and then it cuts to the band singing. Like there's the A plot, the B plot.
Yeah, there's like different scenes, different sets.
Right. And the B plot being the actual singer singing in a somewhat same background. So she's like singing in a barn the whole time. And then towards the end, he just walks in and he doesn't do anything. And he doesn't even look comfortable being there. I'm like, why are you here, bro?
Oh, I hate when people don't have star quality and they like force their way onto the set. It's like, you don't even look good here.
I think.
And you suck.
And okay, so he likes to get Sue happy. So I think he was an artist too, but I couldn't really find anything. Like when his name doesn't have a link on Wikipedia, I'm uninterested. Okay. Oof. In this man in particular. So let me just say that. So then this whole restraining order came out against him in 2010 against derogatory statements he was making publicly and had to retract. And then Sarah, was later sued by a former nanny for defamation over the nanny. So Sarah wasn't suing the nanny was suing her. And they settled $500,000.
Oh, so something happened.
Something happens there, and that was in 2009. So then in August 2021, now she's married again, right?
This is recent.
Yeah. August 2021, she files for divorce from her second husband, Jay Barker. Again, this part is no joking matter, because January 2022, Barker was arrested for allegedly trying to hit Sarah with his car, which if you remember when she was 8 years old, like,
oh my God.
What is wrong with people? He did plead to a lesser charge and he received probation. And unfortunately, she's still with him today. You are in grave danger, girl. You need to get out of there.
Also, you've spent the past 5 minutes going through all the negative things that have happened in Sarah's life. Can you give us a positive? Hit by a car, extortion, arrest, defamation. Like what? Anything good?
In lighter research, the song Suds in a Bucket was featured on Rock Band Country Track Expansion Pack for Xbox 360.
Well, I'm glad you got that Rock Band money. That was a fun game.
So
I was a Guitar Hero kid, though.
I'm going to be honest. It took me far too long to realize that Rock Band and Guitar Hero were not siblings. I thought they were the same girl.
Very different styles. Guitar Hero really did it.
No, it was Coke and Pepsi.
It was Coke and Pepsi, and Guitar Hero was Coke. And Pepsi's Pepsi, of course. There's no saying that, but it was Coke.
The amount of times that I have found myself saying, because I feel like I just say things and I don't remember.
Pepsi's
Pepsi is Pepsi.
You say that more than any person.
Does anybody know what that reference is? Please comment below. Pepsi is Pepsi. What do you mean? Okay, so what are you leaving in the bucket with the suds? Do
you know that song?
Yeah.
It's Like That by Mariah Carey. So It's Like That is a song by the American singer Mariah Carey from her 10th studio album and arguably her best, The Emancipation of Mimi. We're just going to start there. What a goddamn name for an album. The Emancipation of Mimi.
It is. I think I was just so young I didn't understand it. And then when I grew up, it was already there. So I didn't think anything of it. But really, let's reflect on that title.
Also, since we were so young, I didn't understand that Mariah Carey was down bad before this album. She was a flop. She had lost everything. She was not putting out hits. She was putting out shit. And this was her last opportunity to show the world that she was an icon. And this album came out and it changed everything for her. I think this album truly launched her into being like, oh, this is someone that we will recognize as an icon forever. Because her career was really plummeting for a long time. This was her 10th studio album. Think about that.
I remember like the TRL time.
It was bad. So she was working with like L.A. Reid on it, and they were going back and forth, and they were really trying to rebrand her and kind of bring her back to R&B. And this song wasn't even supposed to be on the album. It was like a later hit that they were writing, and they're like, oh, let's make this the first single. And it was the first single. It's a classic. I want to sing a little bit of it, but I feel like I don't think I should. It's gonna be hard. Like, you like to sand, you know it. Caution, it's so explosive. This line is so crazy. Them chickens is ash and I'm lotion. It is the craziest thing ever written in a song. It's so funny. And she does this like little dance when she does it. And there's a compilation on TikTok of her just doing this like Mariah's never been a choreo girl, but the way that she will never not perform this song and not do this, like she does like this little like rub the elbow, rub the hands, and then rub the body. And I saw this like TikTok of like it done like 10 different times. It's so good. The music video, this is interesting. When I think of this era of Mariah Carey.
What year is this?
2005. I think off this album, We Belong Together. That was always the one that really stuck with me. So I remember that music video as that big wedding scene, right? And she's with that famous guy. What was his name? Eric Roberts. And she's on the altar with him. And then she runs away with that guy, Wentworth Miller, who was the main character in Prison Break. He's in the music video. You would recognize him by the face. So when I watched this video, it's the lead up to that song. She's at this like big mansion party with her like soon to be husband. At the very end of it, the masquerade drops, and it's that guy Wentworth Miller, who then in the next song came out 2 months later. That's the wedding that she then runs away from the wedding and then gets with him.
Wow.
So I thought that was kind of cool that those two songs spoke to each other.
That's nice. I do like that.
Yeah, it was a real treat. And Mariah Carey, what I love about her is that people now are so afraid to be celebrity. Everyone wants to be relatable. Mariah Carey enters a room and she acts like she's better than everybody because she is better than everybody. And I like that. I really hate that we have people like Taylor Swift who are like so inaccessible as people, but we are forcing them to kind of give us this play that they are like us. They're not like us. And you know what? In my opinion, that's okay. Not everyone has to be on the same playing field. I like that Mariah Carey, if you ask her her opinion on like the snack wrap coming back to McDonald's, she probably would like literally have no idea what you're talking about. And that to me is funny because like
she's out of touch.
She's out of touch, and I don't care that she's out of touch.
Out of touch, my body. No, I don't. And it's funny that you say that because the word celebrity, I do think often about Mariah Carey when I think about like celebrity.
She is a celebrity.
Yeah. And now like seeing her do like a podcast, I'm like, whoa, like I didn't think you would sit down and do that. And she like makes her rounds. And I'm like, love that for her journey. But I think too, like the inaccessibility of like never knowing what she's doing, where she's at, unless she's touring.
Like my agent knows someone that worked on her team and we were talking all about her green room, and she would literally make them paint it. She'd make him paint it a specific color.
It was on her rider.
The green M&Ms.
She had to paint it. Are we allowed to say
Purple.
this? No, it was black.
Oh, she had to paint it black?
Yeah.
I just think that, and you're going to be like, oh, that's so annoying, that's so crazy. But it's also like, we need people to do that. We need people to be so out of touch and so crazy so that we can, as a community, talk shit about it and kind of ogle at it. Because it's not funny and life is boring if everyone's doing the same thing. I need her to stay crazy because it's just funny and we need stuff to talk about. So I love that she's nuts. And I love this song and the emancipation of Mimi. My God, give it a listen if you haven't in a long time.
You know who went to go see her live? That like shocked me. I was like, wait, why are you there? Because I didn't even know they were going. My brother.
Your brother will see anybody live because he just loves music like that.
I was like, he sent me a video of like Mariah Carey being carried on stage.
Of course she was.
I was like, are you at a Mariah Carey show?
You don't want to
my brother? No. But my brother, macho straight brother, who's a very kind man, I was kind of shocked. I was like, what are you doing there?
He's a lamb.
He's like, she is a terrible performer. Great music though. He's like, she's got hits. She doesn't have moves.
Yeah. But she has that move when she does that. Oh my God. Well, that's all we have for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. If you enjoyed the show, please give it a 5-star rating and review any way that you can. It helps us out on the back end. If you want to be included in our Monday episodes for Trail Mix, you can send us an email, campcounselorspodcast.com. Oh, wait, strike that. Reverse it. campcounselorspod@gmail.com or on our website, campcounselorspodcast.com. Why do I always get thrown off by that? Why is that?
And you love to bring it up.
I'm sorry, because I'm stumbling on my words.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week. We'll see you forever. And with that being said, lights out, campers.